in English for Janko first, please?
Fashion. I think you're one of the few players that wear sunglasses, right? Is that for vision correction, or is that a fashion statement?
Vision correction.
Okay. Fair enough.
You're watching that tiebreaker. They're tiring themselves out for that next match they're going to have to play.
You mean this one?
Yeah.
Or? Well, I'm not going to try and play like Dolgopolov. I don't think even he knows what's going to happen in the next point. So, I mean, it's understandable. Alexander is playing really good, and it's a new opponent for Novak, and it's something he's not an everyday opponent, you know. So, and he never played Novak before, and it's windy out there, and it's, you know, understandable that he's causing trouble for Novak. But I'm gonna, no matter what happens here, I'm gonna try and play my game a little bit more aggressive than I did today, because I cannot rely on my serve that much against Novak, because he's the best, I think, return player out there, and just hope and go for the win.
How often do you two practice together?
We practice really often, really, really often. Like in Montreal and Cincinnati, almost every second day. We know each other really well. Here in New York, not that much, since he's staying outside in a house with a couple of friends. They have tennis courts there, so he practices over there. But apart from that, really, really often. We played doubles in Montreal together. So.
Is there a plan for you two to play doubles in the Olympics?
No, the plan is that I would probably play with Nenad Zimonjić at the Olympic Games. I'm not sure, you're going to have to ask him. I'm not sure if he's going to play, but I think he's just going to focus on singles.
How special is this for you, Janko, to get to your quarterfinal of a Grand Slam singles?
It's, you know, I'm really happy, but I'm more happy that my goal of being top 20 at the end of the year is happening. You know, I don't know my ranking on Monday. I know it's going to improve even more, and I feel really, really lucky that, you know, I made a big change at the beginning of this year, and things started to pay off almost immediately. You know, it wasn't a pretty beginning of the year, losing like with match points against Verdasco in Australia, but still, I mean, I'm doing things right, and things are paying off, and I'm more happy about that than playing quarterfinals.
If you happen to play Novak,
yes,
would your familiarity with each other make it harder or easier on this stage?
I think both. You know, in a way, you know, even if I'm not friends with Novak, I would know his game, since he's, you know, going out of your fridge in Serbia, basically. It's all Novak. So, you know, but the thing is that we practice a lot. We played so many Davis Cups together, you know, so in a way it can be, you know, easier on us, maybe knowing where the other one is going to serve when it's important or whatever. But those things are maybe 2% of the overall outcome of the match. You know, who plays better tennis is going to win. It's as simple as that.
What's your most memorable match against Novak?
I played him 2 times. I lost both times in 3 sets, and I didn't. We were supposed to play semis in Belgrade, but because of injury, I didn't go on court. You know, and I remember that the longer the match was progressing, that he was playing much better. You know, I'm not saying that I'm going to try and keep it short, because it's obviously impossible. But you know, I remember in both matches that I started really well, and then I kind of went back like for a few meters, and then it's just not the way. You really need to go for your shots and use the opportunities that you have if you want to have a chance against this guy.
Janko, about today's match, I just wanted to ask you, it looked like you guys were very, very even for the first 3 sets. What happened in the 4th set that led you to, you know, pull away, and what do you think was working for you today?
I really feel that the crucial moment of the match, at least for me, was the game at 5-4 in the 3rd set, when I managed to recover a love 30 game. 2 points before that were brutal and really, really physically exhausting, but I managed to get out of that game, and in the next one, if I recall, I made 4 backhand winners, you know. At that point, I feel that he was a little bit psychologically down, And of course, which is understandable, he ran out of fuel, in his tank, because he played, I think first 2 rounds he played like 9 hours. He was lucky, like myself, in the previous round that he got a retirement, but he spent much longer, he was much longer on court than me, and I feel that in the third set was, apart from me playing and serving extremely well, I feel that was kind of a issue.
You had the injury timeout. How's your leg? How are you feeling?
My leg is better now. I'm feeling it more now than I was on court. I will have time with my physio Stefan to work on it. I think we have a day off tomorrow, if I'm not mistaken. So I should be okay on Wednesday against whoever I play.
As well as you know him, are you as astonished as the rest of us as to what he has actually achieved this year?
It's really a joke. I cannot believe that somebody lost, how many, 2-3 matches this year? 2 matches this year, and it's, you see guys on tour, and I'm telling you this from a psychological point of view, they win a couple of matches in a row, and you could feel in their body language on court that they feel a little bit satisfied, You really need to be big, like a big champion, in order to really do what you say on press conference, because you guys probably heard it a million times. I'm going to focus and give 100% on my next match, but that's not the case every time, Bottom line is, it's great, but the goal is not to be overwhelmed by that. I'm playing against a good opponent, and I know that I need to play aggressive and good in order to win. If I feel unbelievable and excited, and just feel overwhelmed because I'm first time in the quarters and I might play Novak and I'm going out there to do my best, that's not going to happen. People were, I wouldn't say they were laughing, at me when I said, when I played Roger a couple of years ago in Australia, I said I'm going to the court to win, because if you have an idea that you are going to win, the opportunities on the court which are going to be given to you, you're going to use them. If you go there with the idea to do your best and have fun on court or whatever, you're going to be happy if you lose 6-4, 7-5, 6-4, and that's not good.
Janko, Anna Ivanovic was right here talking about the Novak's importance now in your country. So how big it would be for you to beat Novak this year? I mean, this special.
I really didn't think about it, I am, honestly, I know it's maybe stupid, whatever, but I'm honestly only focusing now on my ranking. I don't know why. I am like that. When I take something, I just, when I was a baby, I take a doll, and until I break it, I don't want a new one, So I'm just now focused. I'm looking that there is 360 points waiting for me on the other side of the net, and I need to beat whoever I need to do in order to improve that, So all these things are true, what you're saying, but just thinking about them is giving you extra pressure. We're probably going to play on Ash Stadium. It's going to be a full court. I'm playing against the best player this year, and if I start thinking about all the records that he broke or what he did this year, my chances are not going to be bigger.